Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So friends, in this particular video, we'll be learning some basic debugging skills in React. So stay tuned and don't forget to watch till the end. So friends, this is our simple code base in which we have this fruit component, which we have called in app.js. And we have another component that is fruit name. It is doing nothing but simply displaying a card with the name of fruit. And we have simple this data over here. So friends, this is going to be a beginner level video, okay, in which we will be discussing like few steps, like few debugging skills, okay, that we all should know. So friends, the number one debugging skill that we all should know, let's suppose we have made some API call and we have fetched that data and we have stored that data into this state. Okay, so before performing any operation on that particular API, what we can do, we can simply do the console.log and we can check our data. Like let's suppose I want to check the data that we are getting. So let's have a look at it. So friends, it looks something like this, okay, and let's see the data that we are getting. So friends, this is our console that we are getting. Let's have a look at it, and this shows us the array of object. So with the help of this console.log, what we can do, we can have a look at the object, the array, or the data that we are receiving from the API. And if there is something missing or we have to like add something into it, so we get this knowledge from here, like from the console.log. We also get this knowledge from the API documentation, but to know the exact data what we are getting, we can have that idea from console.log or from network. So friends, this is the network tab, okay, where all the API calls basically are made. Right now I have not made any API calls, or else it would be like shown in this particular way, okay. So this is console.log. Friends, similar to the way like we used to highlight the book with the marker, which shows different kind of importance level, we also have like console.warn and console.error. Let's have a look at them also, like console.warn and console.error. So now let's have a look at it. So friends, as we can see over here, the thing that is displayed like this is console.log, okay, and this in yellow color, it shows console.warn, basically a warning, and which is displayed in red, it means the error. It is showing us the error. Cool. One more error, friends, if you have noticed, we are getting is that warning, each child in a list should have a unique key property. So why we are getting this error? Because we are rendering this fruit name over here, but we have to assign it a key property, that is key in React, and we have to assign it a unique key. So over here we have this index which is unique, so we have assigned it a unique key. So friends, this is how you can do console.log in React, okay, and you can get the idea of what kind of data you are receiving. So friends, this was the first step of debugging. We all should know about this, that is console.log and console.warn and console.error. So friends, now I have tweaked some data, and now we are not able to see that cards. It means that something is breaking. So what we can do, we get this warning, or we get this error in this console over here, so we can have a look at it. So over here it is showing us that objects are not valid as React child, okay. So what we can do is, over here we have like this fruit name component, okay, and all those cards were getting displayed from here. So what we can do is, we can like by intuition we can say that the error in this particular component. So what we can do over here is, we can do the console log name, that what we are getting. Cool. So let's have a look what we are getting over here. So friends, it is showing us that we are getting an object, but we should be getting the name that is of string property. That's why it is throwing this error. So what we can do is, we know that from where we are getting this name. So we are getting this name from here, over here. So what we have done over here, we were like sending the entire object. So now what we know is that the bug that that was there was at this particular line number, that is 25. So what we can do, we can simply like correct it, and we got our cards back. Now friends, one more thing, let's proceed to the next level, which is like how to add debugger. So in order to add debugger, what you can do is, you can open this tab. If you do not know how to open this tab, you can simply right click over here and click on inspect, okay, And from here what you can do, you have this console also, and you have this network tab, sources tab, all these tabs are available. Now over here what you can do, let's first break this. Let's send this object, let's break this, and from this sources tab you can click on command P or control P, and from here you can get the fruit name .js, and now you can add a debugger over here. Let's see what we are getting, the name property. Cool. Let's hit enter. Cool. So friends, it can show us that what we are getting the name property as. Okay, let's provide one more debug over here, and with the help of this play button you can like resume your script. Basically it will we have added this breakpoints. Now when you will play this, it will run the next iteration. Basically it will jump to the next breakpoint. So let's have a look at it. Yeah, so friends, using this what we can do is we can see that what we are getting over here. So friends, it showed us that the name that we are getting from the parent component, it is an object and not a name of basically it is not string type, it is an object. So with the help of this debugging we got an idea that yeah, the mistake is over there, we are sending the object and not the name, so we can improve our mistake. And now what we can do, now let's suppose you do not want to go into the entire iteration. So what you can do, with the help of this you can simply deactivate the breakpoints and you can play it once again. Okay, and we got our cards component. So this is how you can use this debugging tool basically. Let's try with another also. Let's tweak one more data. Let me show you. I'm going to tweak it and then we will see using this debugging only. So friends, I have tweaked the data and let's see what has it done. Okay, so friends, over here as we can see we are not getting the name grapes. Grapes was written over here. So in order to like once again we are going to use this sources also, sources tab only. And now what we are going to do is we are going to check that first your intuition should be that why it is not getting rendered. Okay, so what you can do, either you can simply do the console.log. This is the console.log what that we have done, and with the help of this we can find out that for that particular third element, this third element, what is the name that we are getting. Maybe it is undefined, that's why it is not displayed over here. Or second thing that you can do, friends, basically this is a small code that I'm showing to you, but in if you're working in like you have a product that you are working on, so the code base is like large, huge code base is there. So in that particular state, console.log is not more effective. What we have to do is we have to rely on debugging, because every time what you will do console.log, then you will again refresh the browser and you will keep on doing the same thing. So what we can do is now simply go to this fruit tab and let's see over here. Friends, the warning and error is displayed in this particular way when we try to see it in source tab. So what you can do over here, where we have run this loop, you can try to find out that the data that we are getting and what data we are sending. So let's try to run the browser, and now let's see. We are going to see the iteration and we are going to see the data that we are getting. Cool. So it will run as many times the loop runs. So first we are getting apple. Cool. Second times the loop runs, we are getting mango. Cool. Third times, friends, third time you can see that we are getting id, we are getting quantity, we are getting color, and this index is this particular thing, but the name field is missing, so name is undefined. Let's try the fourth time. So fourth time we got the oranges. It means that the mistake is in data only. Okay, you can, friends, you can also check the scope over here also. All the data is present, you can check this scope also. So friends, now we know that there is a mistake in the data, so we can simply tell the backend developer, but over here we have created our JSON ourselves, so we can correct it simply. And now as we know, we can simply deactivate the breakpoint and run the code. So let's run it once more. We got our we got our grapes back. Now friends, one more thing I want to show you. So friends, this is a button, add fruit, using which we can simply add a berry kind of a dummy card to the list. Okay, like this. So let's tweak this data also. So friends, I have done a little bit of tweaking over here, and now when we are trying to add the fruit, we are not getting the we are getting the empty card basically. So friends, what we can do is, we can simply add debugger once more time. We could have simply, this is the function that is called on add fruits, we could have simply done the console.log over here, and we could have seen that why we are getting the empty card, what is the mismatch in the data. But I want to show you how to use debugger, so that's why what we are going to do, we are going to do this debugger in this on click over here. And what we are going to do then, let's refresh the page and let's click on add fruit. So friends, now when we clicked on this add fruit, now this particular command runs on click, that's why the debugger stopped over here. Now friends, we have to check. Now what we can do, friends, from here, if you want to, I have not added the debugger over here, add fruits. So if you want to directly jump into that implementation, what you can do, you can also use this like particular this command, basically this button which says step into next function call. So click it. Cool. So when we clicked it, it automatically redirects us to this particular function call. And over here, what we can do is we can see the data. And friends, as you can see in this data also, there is the name missing. So in this way, this debugger is very much helpful in our day-to-day life. So this is what I wanted to show you, that how we can use debugger. So let's undo it. Cool. Now we have our query over here. So friends, this was the second most important thing that we all should know, how to use debugger in while coding basically. Next thing that we should learn is, so friends, React Developer Tool is a Chrome extension that you can download or like add to your browser from this particular website. And friends, like I already have it, React Developer Tool. And friends, what is the benefit of React Developer Tool? Whenever, like, let's suppose this is my website, okay, localhost colon 3000, and it has access to React. Basically, it is built on React. So this React Developer Tool kind of glows. It shows us that this page is using the development build of React. If it would be like production build, then it would be like production build. Okay. But if like, let's suppose cool. So let's suppose like right now any website you can open, let's suppose abc.com. So it shows that this page does not appear to be using React. So this is one of the like, using this particular developer extension, we can find out if the particular website has access to React or not. Another thing that it does is it provides us these two tabs, components tab and profiler tabs. Let's open component tabs first. So friends, using these component tabs, what can you do actually? Like, it tells you the, like, when you do this inspect element, it shows you the DOM elements in this particular way, in HTML way. But if you want to find out the same thing in React way, that what are the components that are getting rendered along with the state, so how you can do using the components tab. Friends, it is showing that the first component, that is the root, is this app. Okay, it is rendered by create root. It is showing us that it is rendered by create root, and the props that it is receiving is no props up. Basically, it is not receiving any kind of prop. Then the second basically it is rendering is fruit component. Cool. And the fruit component has a hook, basically state. It is a functional component, as we all know. So the state that we have is this particular state. Okay, all 7 elements, we got it. And the props that it is receiving is nothing. We can also, like, you can also tweak this data from here only. It is a very powerful thing, friends, if you do not know. Like, let's suppose I want to remove it. It's I guess it's kiwi. Cool. Okay, let's suppose I want to remove it, apple. So you can actually tweak it. Now it is showing us that the next particular element, let me refresh it once. So we have this create root, basically rendered by root app. Then we had this fruit, in which we have a look at state. Then friends, the fruit is rendering fruit name. So friends, as you can see, what we are able to see over here, this key property, that is this unique property that we have added. So we have 1 2 3 total 7. So this 7 times you can have a look at this fruit name, because it is getting rendered by this fruit component. So over here you can now come to fruit, and you can now see that the props that it is receiving is color and name, two props, crimson and apple. Okay, and it is rendered by fruit, and the parent component is app. Okay, the parent component is fruit, but the main parent component is app. Okay, now what it is showing is that what are the elements that are getting rendered by this fruit name. So we are rendering this card, basically it is a Material UI card, friends, this particular card, and it is also receiving some children like forward ref, styles, basically styles I have provided, like background, margin, and this size also. So friends, this is the very helpful information that you can easily access with the help of this components tab. If you want to see that why my component is not getting rendered properly, so you can also use this components tab. I hope it is useful to you all. So friends, now what we can see is the another thing that we have is profiler. So friends, right now the code base is very small. Okay, so I will just show you that what profiler does is, with the help of this we can do start recording, and now you can add this add fruit. Okay, and now you can do the stop recording. So profiler is, it provides us this chart. So profiler is basically used to tell us the number of times a particular component is rendering. So with the help of this you can prevent your unnecessary rendering. It is very useful. So over here you can see the highest peak of this one. Okay, so friends, what you can do, with the help of this profiler, you can check the number of times your particular component is getting rendered. So let's suppose we have this app over here, then inside that app it is showing us this fruit. Okay, that is rendered at this many times. It is also showing us like this information also, and then it is also showing us that fruit is further divided into these particular components. Okay, so these particular components are nothing but the fruit name components, as you can see while I am hovering on them. Okay, so so this is the use of profiler. I do not have much data to go in depth for the profiler, but like the main thing that it does is it tells you that the number of time your particular component is rendering. So friends, like these were the few of the debugging skills that we all should know while working on React app. So friends, this is it for this particular video. I hope you have learned something new. I know it was a basic beginner level debugging video, but friends, believe me, these are the only things that will help you out while debugging. And friends, if you have learned something new, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will meet you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.